We deal with a real estate agency based in Italy. They need an experienced n8n developer to fix and stabilize an existing automation workflow. A developer did the workflow on n8n that reads incoming mails from Gmail, uses an AI model to classify each mail into 5 categories, and saves the result into the database. Here are the categories, and here is the problem. The workflow worked with the low volume of emails, but when things started getting serious, it didn't work anymore. And this is the most important part. The developer is no longer available to help us. So here we need also, this is a big red flag. What you need to do: audit the existing workflow, fix the issue, handle the email API readmes, also the AI one, and etc. etc. We can see that this is not written without AI because we have the asterisks and the bullet points, so this is a markdown written by AI. Also, budget, it's very low, even though we deal with Italy, so I don't feel surprised at all about this one, because in my head this is what happened. They wanted to do this, then they didn't specify this. The developer asked more, and they said no, so they are finding another person to fix what they didn't want to fix economically with the previous developer. The issue here is that they don't specify if they used free or paid APIs for the artificial intelligence. It is not clear. So one limit for this would come from the limit of the free API calls for the LLM. API calls are the service you call for doing the classification. Then my suspect is that they found an n8n developer because for the client n8n looked intuitive. The problem is that if you choose n8n and you can't fix it, n8n is not a reasonable choice. I know why they fell for this n8n developer, because on LinkedIn is full of such people. So here I see a mix of bad things that mixed and produced a failure that led to this. So, in my opinion, in many cases, n8n is a aesthetical choice, not functional. Because if you developed the exact workflow via plain code, it is much more testable, maintainable, because you can feed it to artificial intelligence and you can correct it much more easily. Instead, with n8n, you have a user interface that adds some friction, much friction actually, to the artificial intelligence case you want to fix it. Also, it is not clear at all where they have their instance of n8n. Is it a paid? Is it free, or they have it in their own server? Also, this last comment applies to Italy, or I would say more generally to second world countries. In Italy, we have this very bad habit of paying people few, so that if things go wrong, you get burned less. And this exact approach produces different rewards of the same, because it attracts people that does the maximum amount of work in the least amount of effort. So it is like a chicken egg issue, we would say.